Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're just tuning into my channel for the first time, you're also welcome. Today we'll be making this beautiful Danshiki dress, okay, with 3 different African prints, okay, and a doll face for sleeve extension. If this is what you would like to watch, please stick to the end of this video. So let's get started. So my fabric is folded into 2. I have 2 different African prints here, okay. I have one yard of each, okay, of which I had to split it into 2, the breadth wise, the width wise. I don't know if you get, okay. I had to split it into 2 and I have to join the upper part and the lower part. As you can see on the screen, there are 2 different African prints. So I'll measure to get my desired shoulder measurement, that is shoulder divided by 2, okay, and the rest I'll be using it for the sleeve, okay. So now I need to come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, okay, and I'll measure 11 inches for the sleeve opening, right, for the sleeve opening. So I'm going to connect for the sleeve opening, right, okay. So now I had to measure, okay, to be sure, okay, I'm working with 11 inches, right. So I'm trying to extend it, yes, 11 inches, okay. So the next thing I will do now is to measure 12 inches from the shoulder, okay, to align with where we have the sleeve opening. And at that point, the biggest part of your body divided by 4, okay, plus, this is what I have, plus 3 inches, okay. I want to work with 3 inches. You can work with 4, 5, depending on what you want, okay, but I think I'm working with 3 inches here, okay, right, 3 inches for the allowance, okay. So now what I'm going to do is whatever I have, okay, I am going to add it up and measure it at the middle part, okay. That is what I'm chalking, all right. And also I'm going to measure it at the hem all the way down, okay, all the way down. So I'm going to be using my ruler, okay, going to be using my ruler to rule it across as seen in the video, okay. That's what I'm trying to connect. The measurement from the 12 inches downward is the same. So I'm going to make here curvy, okay, right. So now for the neckline, I'll be working with 3 inches width, 3.5, sorry, I'm working with 3.5, okay, and the depth I'm going to be working with is 1.5. So 3.5 by 1.5, that is for the back, okay, that is for the back, right, good. So I'm going to be connecting, okay, to get the right shape, good. So I think that will be all for the back. Then don't forget to connect your shoulder slope to the neckline. Shoulder slope directly to the neckline, okay. So we are going to be cutting out from the neckline, okay, cut through the shoulder slope, okay. Then when you are done with the shoulder slope, the next place that you need to cut out is the sleeve area. That is for the sleeve opening, okay. I'm going to cut through. Don't forget the length of sleeve I'm working with here, I'm going to be extending it by 2 inches band, okay. So I had to cut this on purpose because I want an extension of 2 inches band, okay. So that is what I'm trying to cut out, Don't forget we have 2 fabrics here, okay? When you bring your 1 yard, you fold it into 2, not lengthwise. The widthwise, you fold it into 2 and you slash it open. So when you do that to the upper part and the lower part, you join it together. So this is what we have. Can you see it? Yes, this is for the back. So I'm going to bring the one I joined for the front. Okay, this is the one I joined for the front. I folded it into 2 as well. Can you see it? So you can take 2 fabric of your choice, join it, make sure they have something similar, okay, that is matching so that it will not contrast. So I'm going to be folding my fabric into 2 and I place the back pattern on it. Okay. Make sure to align, especially where you have the joining, so that they will not, one will not be up and the other one will be down, so that they will be on the same line. So make sure to take your time to adjust, okay, so that you have the same thing and the line will be in same place. If possible, you can pin down, okay? You can also pin down, right? So when I'm done adjusting, what I have to do is to cut out exactly what I have for the back before we go over to the front neckline. Okay, so while we're adjusting, if you know that this content has been helpful to you, this tutorial has been helpful to you to this point, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Now you have to try this out and let's know what you came out with in the comment section. So like I said, I've placed the back pattern on my folded fabric. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting out exactly what I have for the back. Okay, what I have for the back, I'm cutting it exactly for the front, right? After which we go over to work on the neckline for the front. Okay, this is a very simple thing that in minutes you are done, in seconds you are done. So but you just have to take your time to make it look neat. Okay, make sure you look neat, and don't forget, when you join the 2 fabrics together, make sure to iron, open iron, if you understand that word, iron it out, and before you start cutting, right? Before you start cutting, make sure to iron out. So now that we are done cutting, I'm going to be removing one, so we use the other as the front. Okay, so let's concentrate on the neckline. We've already gone down by 1.5. So I just want to, from the shoulder, okay, what I'm marking is 3.5. Okay, so take note, for the front, I went down by 3.5. So apparently for the front, the neckline is 3 inches width, 3.5 inches width, okay, and the depth is also 3.5. Okay, you can also work with 3 by 3, but for this person is a bit on the big side, not necessarily on the big side, but I'm working with 3.5 by 3.5. okay, that is what I'm connecting. Can you see it? Okay, 3.5 by 3.5. Then for the slit at the front, I'll be working with 4 inches. Okay, the slit at the front of this dress, I'll be working with 4 inches. So what I'll do is to cut out the neckline, the 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, don't forget we have gone down by 1.5 before, so it's just to add 2 inches to it. Then I'm going to open up the slit, the 4 inches slit. Okay, that is what I just did, right? So I'm going to open it up for us to see how it looks like. So this is how our front neckline looks like. Very simple, very, very simple. But if the person is very slim, please work with 3 by 3. Okay, so I've gone ahead to do the facing. Okay, to do the facing for the front and the back. So when you open up your dress, okay, so it's going to be right side facing right side. Okay, it's going to be right side facing right side, just the way I'm placing it. Can you see it? Then the next thing you do is to sew with 0.5 inches all around. Okay, you sew with 0.5. okay, make sure to sew it well. Okay, then you turn to the front. Then this is for the back. This is for the back. Okay, you place right side facing right side, then you sew with 0.5. okay, you top stitch and you notch, and you top stitch. After sewing it, you notch it and you top stitch. Okay, say it, you top stitch and you notch, right? So when you are done with that, make sure to iron out. Okay, make sure to do what? Iron out to make it lay flat. Okay, so you can see we are done with it. Okay, I'm done with it. Make sure to iron. So the next thing we'll be doing now is to join shoulder to shoulder. So you are going to bring the right side of the fabric, the front, place right side to right side. Okay, the front and the back together, right side to right side. Okay, so you are going to sew your shoulder to shoulder. Okay, you already know how to do this. Shoulder to shoulder, you work with 0.5. And when you are done, you use your hemming gum to bring down those facing. Okay, so now we are going to measure the sleeve round, right? So you are going to measure from this point of the sleeve to the other point, and whatever you have, just try to increase it by 3 or 4 inches. Okay, we are trying to make an extension, a strap for an extension. So this is what we have. You have to extend it by 3 to 4 inches, so which I've gone ahead to do, and this is what we have. Okay, can you see the actual? So we have to increase it, right? So this strap is 2.5. When you open it up, it's 5 inches. Don't forget to put your stay. This is a doll face, right? So I've gone ahead to sew it. So this is it, very flat. You have to also iron out. So I've gone to join it. Okay, can you see? Can you see? Iron it out very well. So if you want to attach your pocket at this time, you can attach your inner pocket. If not, you go ahead to put your outer pockets. Okay, so this is the outer pocket. This is the third fabric. Okay, this is the outer pocket. Can you see that they have color? What do I call it now? They have similar colors, so you have to look for something that blends. Okay, so this pocket, it depends on what you want to work with. I'm going to be working with, can you see what we have? About 10 inches. Okay, and this way I think about 11 inches if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this is what we have after I've folded in 0.5 0.5 all the way round. So I'm going to measure to know what I have as the width of this dress. And when I measured, I had 30. I had 30. So the midpoint is 15. Okay, so I'm going to measure from the shoulder to about 18 inches where I want the pockets to begin. Okay, 18 inches. So I'm going to mark 18 inches. Okay, that is where I'm going to place my pockets. Okay, so from the midpoint is going to be 2 inches away. Okay, it's going to be 2 inches away from the center front. It's going to be 2 inches away, and from the side is going to be 3 inches away. I hope you're getting me, right? So 2 inches from the midpoint and 3 inches from the side front. Okay, so apparently the width of this pocket is 10 inches. Okay, since what we have at the middle from the side to the middle is 15. So please take note to place it well, right? Then you take your pins and you pin it down. Don't forget, at this point I have not joined the sides, so that it will be very easy for you to sew. Don't join the sides before attaching the pocket. You will find it a bit difficult and your pocket might not be staying well. So make sure to join this pocket first before you can now attach before you can now close the side, okay, or attach your inner pockets. right? So by the time we are done, the next thing is to close the sides, attach your inner pocket if you have any, then you hem the down parts, and that will be the end. Okay, so it is as simple as that, and it's as straightforward as that. Okay, make sure to iron out when you are done, and this is what we have. This is how our dress is looking, very beautiful and elegant. If you know this video has been helpful to you, please hit the subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.